I picked this book up for 20 bucks on a local comic book shop. I figured, when I looked at the front, it looked really good. I mean, for 20 bucks, I'm like, at a 9.0, I could still get 100 bucks for this book at a 9.0. Even in a direct, which this is a direct. Obviously, if you get a newsstand, you can get more at a 9.0, but a 9.0, I think I can get 100 bucks for this. So I figured, the front looks great. It's going to cost me about 40 bucks to get this pressed and graded. So I would say total price would be 60. To sell it at 100 bucks is $10 plus shipping to it. I mean, I could still wet my beak a little bit if I could sell it for 100 if it's a 9.0. And what if it comes back higher than that 9.0? Then, but the back, it does definitely have some wear here. The top has some, see that right there, a little bit. And then the staple right here. Oh, it's got that right there, and then it's got the staple right here. It's got a little bit of wear. This is in the printing. And then right up here. So can this get a 9.0? Shoot, man. Not sure. I don't know how much a pressing can help this, by the way. This might just come back the same, pressing or no pressing. I would say current condition, because of the faults in the back, is probably about an 8.0 right now. 8.0, 8.5. Probably more in the 8.0 range. All right. Can the pressing help? We'll find out. But at worst, at an 8.0, I could probably get my money back. I mean, not what you want to do when you're speculating, all right? But they wouldn't let me take the book out of the bag. So I had to go by what the face of the book is, and the face looks freaking fantastic. I'm like, you know what? It has to be good, but if it wasn't because of that back, and you know what? Honestly, like if you look at it like this, you can't even freaking see it. Magnifying glass, and then you could see every little fault like that. Can I get a 9? A 9.0 would be nice. I mean, we'll see. For those who don't know, this is Web of Spider-Man number 118, the first solo story of Ben Reilly as, well, he is the clone of Spider-Man. His first actual appearance is Amazing Spider-Man number 149. But this is a very highly coveted book by Spider-Man fans, especially the collectors back in that day. Ben Reilly has yet to make an appearance in the Spider universe, in, like, say, the MCU or the Sonyverse. Eventually, obviously, it's going to come. But I think I'm going to sell this book prior to that. Look, this came back as a 9.4, man. Kendra, yo, I didn't even think this could make. I was hoping that he'd make a 9.0 with it. I never thought it'd be a 9.4, but watch what he did. The front doesn't have too much damage, right? But remember that staple? That staple is where most of that damage goes to. But right here, he was able to make that actually look a lot better. Of course, we had a color breaking tick over here, which is still there, but it's even less noticeable with that press. And then over on the corner over here, he also made that less noticeable right there. I mean, you kind of have to, like, put a magnifying glass on it so that you could see it. Overall, man, this is the reason why you press, right? If I would have sent it out the way that it was, 8.0 maybe, if I was lucky, maybe 9.4, dude. Very nice. In a 9.4, for some reason, people put these out, or not just these, but any books out, like good books for like at auction. Big mistake. Just put it out, buy it now. If people want it, let them buy it. Let them pay for it, This will go between $60, and I've seen it go as high as $175 in the past 3 months. So it all depends on what people look. This is white pages with the label. It makes it a little bit more. I'm not going to put it out for $175, but I'm also not going to put it out at an auction so I can get $60 out of it. No. This is going to be a good purchase for me. $20 plus $42. It's $41 and change to get it pressed and graded by CGC, pressed by Kendra, of course. So the total price for this book is going to end up being around $62, close to $62, and I'm expecting to sell it for no less than $125, no less than that. More than likely, I'm going to be putting it out for between $135 and $150 is buy it now. If this character ever shows up, this will probably be a $200 book in a 9.4 if he shows up in the Sonyverse or the MCU. Eventually, obviously, it's going to happen, but when? I mean, either way, this is going to end up being a pretty good deal for me. It is. So it's a double. It's a nice little double. All right.